illiterates and semi-illiterates take over and you don't analyze your statements. You cannot accuse government olwokuba abaana bali ebweru bafuna embuto. What does the law say? Does the law say that if you defile or impregnate a school girl during a holiday, the law does not catch up with it? Kakati yogera ki?
Nange mutufa nanya bazadde basudde mulimu gwabwe.
Obaba bafunyisize embuto, arrest them. Don't just talk. Is it illegal for any man, an indisciplined man, to impregnate? Is the law in the suspense now?
No.
Two, you are saying that you are not a good parent. Hey. Yes. Can you say, can you move big away with it? Nti. Olwokuba temwasibyewo n'enziba radio. Nti kooti ekusonyiwa. Kakati, what is the argument? Nti our children bali gundi
bafunye embuto bajja ebiragalagala kubanga amasomero maggale.
Anti amasomero maggale kitegeeza amateeka agakwata kubutafunyisa baana basoma mbuto gakoma
n'ovunaanyizibwa ng'omuzadde bw'akoma kubanga amasomero maggale.
Ewange nga tewali alufunye.
Nange simulina ate nga boola
twasa omutwe.
Kituufu.
Society omanyi baba bagiwenga tukiyita brainstorming. Kakati brainstorming baloya abo bakiina tulina gwe tuyita devil's advocate. A devil's advocate baloya abagezi babeera n'abagezi aba
babiri.
Kakati if Mirundi brings a case mubeera ne lawyer munnamu nti what if gwe watuguze evidence yona eriki nga bwe bagamba luli nti first of all the magistrate of Mpigi does not have jurisdiction over Namayumba. Two, the case was above her jurisdiction. The case, there was no marriage. And I accept there was no marriage. But they have children. How did she protect the children? Kakati bo bwe baba kola bino baloya tebasuubirayo counter kibula bantu ennyo wano mu Uganda.
Kituufu.
Nalabye meeting emu nga munnaamugamba ti gwe Mirundi omumanyi singa Mirundi yakwata ku ssente ezo tunaamusobola but ekyo nakyo nsonga nkulu. The president yabazibasisimizza nebalabye eggulu nga bazizeyo gye baziki because the Baganda have a saying nti if children don't respect their living parents will they respect the graves? If you can defy the president, the sitting president, you are telling him that if you retire, he will even arrest you.
Yes.
Chechirimi will never be successful. Yes. Now you see where you say African leaders, that a sitting African leader cannot be arraigned before ICC. Are you a king?
No.
Yes, the trend is for 10 years. Then you have noticed a debt may become a melody, but it's never the case. They grab you. Kakati if you want to get, yovola abantu abasinga obungi mu byalo. Abaana baabwe badduka ne bajja e Kampala ne bagenda ebweru. Bakadde baabwe abalina ebyapa babalekayo. Omusajja agulira omukadde empuuta yokka buli lwa mukaaga n'amuwa ekyapa. Yes.
Ng'omwana ali ene Kampala.
If you don't, kakati if the president directs nti nursery addeyo ne mugamba nursery tajja kuddayo nti lwaki tekubanga akyalina omusango, then that ceases to be legal, is malice. A chief justice says because we have so many cases around, was nursery arrested before the elections?
No.
Yes. Has etteeka likugamba civil servant yenna kasitabeera ngasi ali ku force leave, the case must be handled within 6 months, and you tell me my word. Now you have a holding charge. Minda you. Ninyondo. Nondaba omulamuzi ajja ne bane mwaso omutwe. Kuba that ceases to be. You cannot defy. No. This is malice. This is not law. This is not law.
This is malice.
Malice. Because we call them holding charges. A holding charge means that I manipulate the law. We call them preemptive detentions. Kaka bwe yabakubye banyega. Why don't you allow kaka yampita ekiro nangamba files zizo 5? All of the prominent murders zizo zitwale. Has anybody provoked me? And my book, the Mugomesi of a Spy Master, is about to next Saturday again. And you challenge me in the courts of law.
Okay. You got 59. Independence 59 to Afunya.
Defying the president, Chichamu.
Okay.
Anybody who tries to defy the president hiding behind the law should be fought.
Okay.
It is another way of humiliating Museveni and incapacitating him. If the president donates money to you, you should get it. If the president now calls people who are supposed to benefit from his donations, nakubuuza one, if Sudir or another businessman calls you and Museveni calls you, where do you go first?
So businessman.
Yes. Kubanga Museveni yega nerweso tajja kuziku. Era nabantu bagamba mbuba beko lunana ngolubba kwani. Kubanga it seems to be a battle with me. It was a battle of Museveni and you. Kakati bate bakimanyi. Nti Museveni provokes you into battle. Nga kino kinabagamba. Nti Museveni has 5 years. He has reformed the parliament.
Yes.
Has reformed the army. All the senior army officers have retired. The only remaining institution that is causing him trouble is the police. For 2 reasons. One, the police does not have a court martial. The police has a disciplinary committee. Killers go with it.
Yes.
2, they are sitting on the time bomb. Museveni is watching them.
The police.
Museveni will excite the police by arraigning those who are eating the police money. Musako. Goloza achera bidde.
Achimanyi.
Ocho kulaba ngabo uchola bali kabangali badduka aba police bazina. Agoma ulu yagaleka wo nchacha ye. Olaba aba police bwe bazina amazina nga ensambya yakavuddewo. Why don't ne musinkana akakiko ka parliament ne mutakabulira tuli kuyaka.
Abakulu batwala police banayisendeza sako ya police
baba yina ye Museveni yayina enchacha eyo nchacha ojja kulaba ekizira sibuji bakiyitani kiri kabangalinga endulu police nga bakumba mu kibuga Museveni akaluka police ali kukumba kakukumbe nga bagayodde ebizimbe byabwe babitunde omukulembeze anola mu biyize that sort of matters nazimalawo
yerekerayo
what will make him new.
Okay.
Kakati era kyova obalaba. Many people baba humiliating and basigala mu government. Why? They have skeletons in their cupboards.
Okay.
Aganti wakiri kankanginga wano kuba bwenvaawo bayinza okuba omutamiivu yenna kasalemera mu toilet aba yeefukidde. Omutamiivu kasalemera mu toilet aba yeefukidde. Alinda wakali. Ate psychologically bwe lwaki olowooza nti omuntu akutunula ku mpale gyewafuseemu bwolaba omutamiivu alemedde mu kirabo nga yeefukidde. Kakati all of these people have been humiliated. What I call the Sempijja virus. Nti bakugamba obuyana wabba ente z'amawako kati komawo bakuvunaana okubba amasasi tayinza kuvaawo stepwood yes ayina skeletons. Bw'avaawo bamwanika kakati atezi banyamba sirina kye nnabbayo. Yes.
Wewe mzee tamja tandike n'okuba nti Uganda yafunye ameefuga.
Kanti nkugambye
59 years.
Ameefuga.
President Museveni yatugambye tuli tusobola okwebeza okabya self sustaining.
Kandi kankubuulire.
Twalwanisa enzige, twanisiza amataba, twanisiza okubuuka kw'ettaka.
Zo zaali enzige.
Era tuwaddeyo.
Enzige zaali nnyingi as exaggerated. Enzige zimanyiddwa. Ziva mu ssaza lya mu desert ne ziyingira erisulia. Asimuwakanya nkugamba zaali exaggerated. Era nakati zikyajja ng'ensindi enzige zirina luutu yazo. Naye baakwata ttiimu y'abantu 6 ogende e Kenya bazuule oba za black oba za kyenvu. Ne bakugamba nti tulina kampuni y'ennyonyi yasigala etubanja millions za dollars. Sente ne bazirya. Kakati ye abatunuulira tebamanyi nti abo bonna bajja bayoola. Kasateekawo probe ya corruption nabe wamwe bakwegana yazirya nani
kituufu
nabe wamwe
bakwegana bino yabyogedde kubanga tubadde mu lockdown 2 years tukola ebintu nga tubikola nga Uganda.
About one of the reasons why Ugandans can survive if government is on NMB is one, they're in the private sector. Nabaga nti Ugandans every the end of month or week it does not change. Omwenge bagunywa every day. Kati gweye president ono zatabala bala yazigala bw'aba bbala yaziggala loole zemulaba ez'omwenge eza naire buluwali ziragawo oba eza bbeeru baguyiwa mu nyanja gwalabyeko nga ababbeeru baliikira eringa oba banaire buluwali nti weyali yesalinga loseries era nzine bagamba ti abatamivu ekibabeeza mu bbaala si kampani si ki abakazi babatabula ewaka
tasobola kunywera waka
tu abatamivu bawemula bakuba buwala babbaala ku bubina kati anaawemula baana be
alina kubina mu bbaala kyekibabeeza kuwongereyo
kakati nkugamba for me we attain the independence before attaining the independence.
Are we independent?
That's why
are we independent as Ugandans?
That's why we don't have independence heroes. Once you calculate from 1962, you will not get any independent hero. The work had already been done by Kabalega, Mwanga, and Mutesa the first. The type of colonialists we got had been humiliated by Mwanga and
Kabalega, Mwanga, and Mutesa.
Yes.
But we want to celebrate independence.
Where did Antibamani? We had already achieved independence. This one was mandatory after Second World War. No, abazungu bwe bati bwebakikola. You're telling me, when Sahara Johnston was coming to Uganda, he came as a commissioner, British High Commissioner to Uganda, which means we are independent. They only came tactfully in 1909, 1907, when the governor became, when the High Commissioner became governor.
Governor, okay.
Where was it negotiated? Which bakola Uganda budget market to never work came. We are not a settler state. Did we fight for to get the baptism of fire independence? Mozambique, South Africa, Kenya Chipande, Maumau, Baba Jaketa Kaliab. The Bazungu still were land. We ended up fighting nobody. We were kept as a garden for cotton production. This is why in 1928, Governor Crawford reformed cotton production by fixing Rusulu and Invujo. Era tewali president wa Uganda yali akoze reform ku ttaka nga Crawford. Crawford yagamba nobody shall be evicted from his kibanja unless without the governor's consent. As a result, cotton production increased tenfold. Kwebusoka yali alinye nga wanagudde Crawford olwokuba they are concerned ballot cotton production. This goes up palm, but here is a Bible. Scholars were kept as a garden for production. But because they knew, by the time Mugundi were Giron, look at Abayagabam Gobemis and Abanyuvenja, marijuana smokers. Look at the survive with the bullet. Ngakakamuanga at Keko Omukono.
Okay.
Yes. Because of the nature, Kabalega was arrested with Mwanga by two generals, Kapungulu and Andrew Rwanda. Why did the British read the arrest of these people? They are feared. But every Uganda was heavily armed. That's why the British brought to the gun tax to disarm us.
To disarm, okay.
Yeah. Look at the agenda of Kogera Mwanga. I'm saying is in the gun, Vaso States will show Ganyazi Mujeke and same Fujiris. Every member of the Rukiko had a gun. And look at the body of Biasas. A celebrated fighter, look at the wrote a book with the Dio Mande to guide the colonialism. One body of Mutideo.
Mr. Tamale, what you're trying to say, abakulu b'okonyeko, Mwanga, Mutesa, Kabalega, bakola kinene nnyo kuba ntwatendeka independence. Ne waki emikolo gikolebwaka nga guno gwobadde ko.
Andi nkugambye
tibali kalaga nti they appreciated.
The independence we got was from era bakugamba. There was a man called the Pascal Rosoba, was the president of Central Africa. Went to France and addressed university students. And he praised Hitler, that without Hitler, we wouldn't have been liberated, but he forgot that the French had been occupied by Hitler. President, but we got independence because of Hitler, although he hated the blacks. But we got independence. Why? As Britain was being defeated by Germany, Churchill asked for military help from USA.
Okay.
And Roosevelt told him, come to UK and to America. Churchill said no. we were once a colony. Give us some respect. So they met in the international waters. And the American president told the church here, the moment the war is over, give your colonies independence to access the Marshall Plan. So we liberated us. But when a country is lacking heroes, they create heroes.
They create heroes.
Kenya, Baga Bugundi Yabula, Geno China, the Bagenda Ethiopia, the Bajayet and the Ethiopian farm, the man told them, it is raining, I want to go to farm, my farm in Ethiopia. I'm not a Kenyan. So when a country lacks heroes, they create one.
Okay.
We don't have the independent heroes. I'm helping you to write this history.
Yes.
The independent heroes, Amwanga,
Kabalega, and Mutesa.
And do you know why? Why were they not executed? In many cases, the Europeans used to execute the ring leaders. They feared to execute Mwanga and Kabalega. The British would not have stayed here for 2 days.
Okay.
In 1889, Mwanga and Kabalega were flogo marched through Kampala. Humiliated. They were batta. Singa batta erena kugamba nti n'abajuliza abo bemulaba Uganda matters. Anoti Baganda. The Baganda have a process. Abantu bebagenda ngokuwamba abakazi naki. Kati abaana abo buta abakazi bebaze nabo. We call them envuma. Envuma ye mwana atazalibwa waka. Kati baba twalanga mbakazi baabwe. Baba process bakaddulu baali. Bugundi katwalayo. Mulumbeke bamanyi. This is why most of the Baganda Kenyan leaders are not Baganda. Baganda matters are not Baganda. Matia Mulumba was a Musoka. Karoli Wanga could be Tanzanian.
Are you sure?
Yes. If Mwanga killed the Baganda, they would have been killed himself. But Mutsabaganda Tabatwalanga, Ibakwitanga, Abasige Murubiri. You train somebody in Uganda culture when it comes to the killers, Kabaka Abataba. Singamanga Yatabaganda Yadisuzeo. Hey.
Mzee Tamale, history go to what do you know? Emikolo kibaji kuziwana ngiba ngo gabadde kololo. Omukolo kajafuga ja NRA. Let's talk about the NRA.
You don't have. Do you think that the Maumaus, the survivors of the Maumaus, do you think those who fought on Ruwero, if there is a Ruwero day? But that's your problem. Nti Obote had the heroes in there, so can a hero muntu. Na editaba Major Mugwisa, neighbor Samuel Mugwisa ban. These ones have also created their heroes.
Okay.
Where do you find a medal? Unless it is a metallic item. Everybody who sat in the parliament from 1960 to here must get a medal. A medal. A medal is followed up by a citation. These are metallic items. You cannot take one.
Okay.
The way the bank put it about Wusimudari. You can PhD. In the body black Avera University. Because to go to university, you must introduce things. Direct recruitment into that principles bit. Two, mature entry. You have to read out. Or P7.
Mzee Tamale.
Kakati mwembakamu. Ntina bano bantia. Kakati weni even if you bring in babas. Kati what will you do to this history? This is a Nyankoli book of mine. This is ebisuma byambabazi na Dr. Kiza Besigye. Ebisuba
obulimba.
Kati wekali. This book is around. So let Mbabazi come up. Because they have failed to allow others.
Okuvayo. As ngatuja kutopike Mzee Tamale.
We need new people.
Mzee Tamale before. So ngene katono nnyo. Ngatumaliza ekintu kya system okuba tu sustain independence. Kyabadde mu Dubai Expo.
Andi nkubuulidde nti bo tebabala ggwanga lyabwe. Twembala
twala kutunda ggwanga. Kyano kitwogerera.
Naye mwabaddeyo n'amatagaloto.
Babakutte.
There are many ways of cutting a cat, skinning a cat. There is a group in the government that wanted to embarrass Museveni that is not in charge.
But what deliberately?
I help these people. Because once a country has a paradigm, a constitution, you must respect the institutions. This is all Ugandans must understand National Development Plan, my initiative. Because where do the ministers of finance get what they do?
We want to implement the before. Who plans for this country?
Yes. And you know, you get what when you go Gwebuuza abaana nti ani akulira National Planning Authority.
Ono mu ggwanga Uganda.
Yes, at one time I attended a meeting when I was still in the State House. And me I hate meetings because you hear the stupid ideas rotating, everybody wants to start.
Stupid ideas.
Bagenda bagamba yali mu Planning Authority omugenzi Kisamba Mugerwa. We cannot merge Museveni's manifesto into the Planning Authority. Said, he stood up and asked him, did you do literature at O level? Said, how relevant is it? Said, any good teacher of literature must teach those books, literature books, that on the syllabus.
Okay.
Museveni went and told the voters that I will do this. Can he go back and tell the same voters?
The same voters.
I have failed because National Planning Authority refused to incorporate my manifesto. Ngane mu America, tuyine kye tuyita transformation moments. Transformation moments, it means that a candidate in America can offer things that are at variance with the Constitution.
Okay.
When he is voted, he does these things without amending the Constitution. This is what we call the transformation moment. That the Constitution can be amended without amending it.
Okay.
Kakati gwe ono bano baminisita ba finance bayinza bino tebabimanyi. Hapana. Kubanga bijja bagana okubba. When you are planning if a country, who are the planners of the country? The National Planning Authority.
Yeah.
When it is a communist state, the Politburo.
Okay.
The Politburo sits and writes the 5-year plan. Then the Politburo, you can, in communist systems, you can fight the methodology but not the idea. Kakati mu Uganda, who formulates policies?
Who formulates policies?
Yes. Who? Give the National Planning Authority. How much money do they give them? Deliberately, the Minister of Finance kills the National Planning Authority. Deliberately. Planning Authority, as a planning and assign, how can I hear? The building was not planned by company secretary engineers. Okay. What about government policies originated from National Planning Authority? No ono bundi ono bahati n'obukooti bwe n'olaba kasayija akaddiye zamani. Where do you get ideas?
We don't know.
Yes. Kakati paradigm ensi kasitema okufuna constitution ebyekivandiro biba biweddewo. Ekyokubiri, let me teach you today.
Yes.
Kambasomese mbajje mu P1 mbatuuse mu university. Mukole political science.
Yes. Tweyanziza okutusoma.
Where do you get successors in the democracy? The first family, if well organized, can flaunt a success. Because history has shown that once a hostile regime comes, the members of the former first family are persecuted.
But they were suffering.
They were suffering. So they must have a stake where it is possible, because we have two scenarios. We have where a president is in charge of choosing, influencing his success. And where we don't. In my opinion, Museveni, the country is under his grip. He's in the position to influence. Even Obasanjo, when Obasanjo failed to get a third term, because he did not trust Atiku, he brought a Sikire. He went and brought a Sikire, Yaladua, because this is what is happening in Kenya. Uhuru doesn't trust. If you say that Ruto is a thief and you have money, you are wealthy, whose property will he take it first? Kakati that's one. Two, a party like Chama cha Mapinduzi can produce a success. But that one means a party. Okay. Nti oyavudde mu party. Like a Chama cha Mapinduzi.
Can NRM do it here?
Tesobola.
Why?
They have
the mass party. But they will 35 years. Mass party cannot do that.
Kakati, a president can get his former adversaries like a Besigye and Mbabas. But this one is also zero. Why? Experience has shown that those leaders who have made mistakes by choosing their former adversaries have paid heavily. Mwanawasa turned against Chiruba. But Manasa had fallen out with Chiruba because of stinking corruption. And Manawasa, Chiruba was misinformed by doctors in Zambia that this man is going to die in 2 years. So Chiruba calculated, this man will die in 2 years, forgetting that the doctors based Manawasa's life. If he was treating himself, he was a lawyer. When he made him president, the state, he became a property of the state. Therefore, the state could not allow the president to die because of when it is available. The man who was supposed to die in 2 years died in 7 years. Kati, to cover his expensive health bills, he carried out an anti-corruption crusade. Ngabantu tebatunulya sente zimujjanjaba. Dos Santos is chairman of the ruling party. Is in exile. Immediately, because people want to be their own people. The man cannot forget, like these people who think that they can forget in 8 years what they did to me, the harassment, the sabotage, the whole. I've suffered for 8 years. President Murispekiting and Yatwitanga. Nalaba commando guaina. Nalinka kutinga singing castle. Again, Kugam. Jax Moi. Moi thought that he would be chairman of the ruling party. He even constructed an airport and Naloko. Galos and Yabantaja Kujangi wow. It is a weekend Kuchimeze. That's why they praise Kibaki. Whoever praises Kibaki. Why? It comes a time when you are invoking nti kakati Mugabe bagala bamuzekule bamuwechi bagala budulu nti Gundi Kapiteni Sankala bamwekuzuminga yes Lule bamujeyo Mutesa
but why?
And it comes a time nga mwagala say tunula ne invoking nti when Kibaki took over yazawo sente za Chinyata currency as if the issue was not Chinyata's currency. No, the issue was demand and supply. Kati bakome yawo wafe inachegula. Kati industry ya Uganda inachegula. Tekireza ne bakome yawo sente zirike chifani cha Mutesa. Nibateka kumwango bakabaleka. The money. Kakati nkubira ne gamba. Ekyokubiri nti balemeddwa tugivuwe.
Tamale, what you says of Yogano? Bundi Yavude Kanokiza Basin affronting People's Front for Transition. Yalonchins.
Chiza Basic Museveni cannot give. And to another important factor. Decisions, you make a decision depending on the past and the future.
The future.
Museveni has known. I've told you, Dos Santos is not there. But his successor is harassing him.
Okay.
Kibaki, this Moi was accorded an honorable value because we are letting Mubinza Yali. Kakati kitegeza Besigye mbaba zani bamala bisera.
Besti yakomye embere gama front red card the time out twetase twerwaneko.
Kigwa lero tichagwa the pub you cannot feed the public with rice. Mwabe Masaka mwesimye nnyo mugenda kumulabanga adduka ye yaddukira Mugomesi. Kati Besigye talaba mwezi abantu ne basibuluko. Yes. You cannot play politics on a good short-term strategy.
But people have
ngenda kujjawo emisolo naye abakozi ba gavumenti basasule sente nyingi. Ngozi kama mataba.
But people have slogans. Ne bana baka abali yupi badanga bagamba
sajja omusajja mutunuulire najja bamulisa tabamulisiza pulani B. Nayi you money. Timujja kubatiya gal kati bakandiko beta kuno waiso yeta kuno nyuma tibalina ya date
plan B ya
amasasi bwe bataku bantu Museveni atasente wapi ono mwana yabakuba plan B
yali plan B ko stavinga
tiya gas is akadi bayiwa mu engatu za bakubanga tiya gas n'ebintu byabo kati babitumulako ku machani bakaba amazige that's ba uyo mwana yasoma political science. Oyo Bobi Wine ayi n'omuntu gwatubula naye nze namutunuulira bagende wa president ne bamugamba nti your son has crossed the red line. He supports Bobi Wine. Museveni yabaga nti uyu mugezi nnyo tasobola. I helped you to inflate Bobi Wine mumukube. Mungamuga nti munafu. Omuyembi, omuki, bwe bamuvuma. Kana kabala kagundi kana kiwala kiri. Tetofege bamu yakabo kulune bwe wanika. Omukazi agenda omwana omwana ngagenda kufumbirwa musajja. Ne bwe omuga nti balogo. Agananka ngende ndoge. Alina bagamba nti Bobi Wine fit in the international politics. Nembaga nti look at Mafuguli. Pombe kitegeezaaki. Mwenge.
Bwekiri.
Nembaga nti Mafuguli was underestimated, but has become more popular than except Nyerere. Bonna badwafinga. Era nabaga will get a second chance. Bayinza okubanga batamutte. How can the president die from COVID? Ngo wawa. You tell me one. All of the resources you a state, you were president, we are going to put it on Yakaja, Tadangayo. You become an asset of the state. Which Vakono. That's why you are abantu. You are an asset of the state. How could one asset of the state die COVID?
Tamale, 2026, are we seeing Bobi Wine still strong?
Bobi Wine, I'm going Museveni has 5 years.
Yes.
And they can solve the issues. Kampala is peaceful wawona abantu bakola byabo. Kakati gwe nabagambye nti Sheikh Museveni ngencha yidi ali ku kiso kya wagala. Nene capability azigalidde mu kikomera. Abali awo ngalabe ngamira etomera akatandalo. Ebangezo be bansiru.
Engamia
aina kapa ozitegedde bbiri eziri mu nazo bazigalidde ezitasobola kuyidi naye laba engamira etomera katandaalo. I said, I compared Besigye to a madman. Akatapa kange mwekaliyo nti if a madman wielding a punk enters a market at a market day and he finds the situation peaceful and he creates a stampede, people stepping on each other, causing a death. Do you blame the market master? Market master, you did not close the gates.
No.
The gates have been opened, but the peace prevailed until the lunatic entered. Kakati, what do? All of the sellers and the buyers must help with the master.
The market man.
To apprehend the cream, to move back, to come the camera. Tomanyiti abalalu be bakuma obutale. Every market has a madman. Ayonona. Baba mukbadde dalune limugwamu. Kakati Kampala is beautiful. If the angel of death invades Kampala, Museveni will just lock him inside. And he's worried. Kampala is peaceful. Your strategy. Eyaba security okuwa Besigye center jatabangulete kola. Kubanga buli muntu yenna ajagamba Museveni nti a madman wuyaze.
Wewe ulizango yogera. Security you Besigye center okuja.
Kubanga nkubuulira nti nga mubadde bagezi oyo omwana oyo mugezi. First of all, politics alinga lubuto. Olubuto kasalumala okuyingira mu mukyala. Ne bw'omuwasanga lwa lunaku lumu omwana atakufaana. Many women bafumbirwa mu bufumbo ng'omwana weebi. Akavubuka yakaluzaako ng'agenda okufumbirwa. Kakati najja n'olubuto lw'eno. Kakati this man, why should this man, Bobi Wine, who has good advice, antagonize Museveni? He has seen nga bakubya abanuupu babatutte abadde alwana yekka. Besigye in hiding. Two, Besigye denied himself a right in the future. Yaliza raidingira kwani kwa muliyati abanja ki Besigye obanja ki mukadu tewalimu weerayizaako nti gwe president wa Uganda ate amaje agoyina okufuka ne gakutwala emisinde. President yagenda eyo mwakyoli nomugamba sebo president entezo ze watuwa ente zaffe ze batuwa nti ziza utwaziteeka mu faamu ngandala. Kakati president nti kale omulaala aziyitemu. Ente zaatwala gwe bayita omulaala emisinde. Museveni yali tamanyi nti bano bamulimba.
Yategeka bamulimba.
How can cows chase away their mulalo?
Yes,
the money was chased away by the same cows because they had a plan of collecting the cows and put them somewhere. When a minister yakwate nanasi ezengedde nagenda atwala ng'ategedde nti Museveni yalaga mu luweero nakwata tractor nazisimba nga zengedde nagaba muwe ssente ayina ennimiro nnene goloza yabatabitegeera
mu Uganda wano.
Kakati nkugamba nobody, no sensible person can provoke Museveni now. You can provoke Museveni in 2025.
Is that why Bobi Wine
yes, ye mugezi. Anti ye kibiina kya kiina. From zero aina bakankaaga. Bwe wafunye problem mu kibiina kye, bategeeraganye n'ono omusajja. Who is behind this? Violence yamuvaamu. Baali bamukubatiya gasi nga Besigye ali wuwe asidisi. Kakati alowooza ate Besigye n'akola mistake. How can a failure lead you? Okay, in other countries, tulabye bagundi we Zambia yakavuganya emirundi 5, Raila Odinga ali kugundi, good. But here, bali bagundi sibe bali tebakola naawe. Tikakati mu Kampala president bwe yagambye kampuni eteeka amatala mu Kampala nga yegenda kulangako bulanzi. Eyiye bagiganye.
Egenda okulira obwerere.
Ne baleeta kampuni endala ng'executive ya Kampala yagalako biliyoni aga. Atano. Defying the president atugambe tubakube. Era kati Besigye kigenda mukola. Buli muntu yenna ayina akatale ke working places because he targets working places. Katubeere n'enkoni.
To inciting a violence.
No, ate violence. He's going to disturb us. Museveni will just lock him up. Nkugambye. Yes, kubanga abantu ba Uganda bo tebafa ku government. Tebagamba ebintu bibiri. When you want to analyze, look at 2 issues. One, if we carry out a research and we go to prisons, can you find many Muslim women who have powered the acid to their co-wives?
No.
Bakule bakimanyi. Timva mu namba ki. I strongly doubt oba omwana nga ayinza okukola violence.
Kumujjawo. Kimanyi kuba kimanyi taata.
Christians be babiine.
Yes.
Kakati nti n'abalokole obawulira nti ate ono yazadde eno ono yakoze atya. Kakati laba kino. Anti kintawaanya. Naye bwe kyenja okukola gwe ojja kumbuulira. Kakati ate nabigamba bino ebisajja nja kuweereza virus mu kutu ojja kumbuulira kuba kati kiina bwe kirabira. You want to disturb him. Kakati nkugamba. In monarchical societies, the people cannot hate a leader. The question is not longevity. Who tells the Kabaka to resign?
No one.
The question is service delivery. As long as Museveni delivers, never mwanda mayinize.
What is the delivery?
$400 million. Zeyatwala muleya. Ono mukazi kitutu ya zibba. With how accomplishes. Bwendi kikuba mukazi gwe nkukubanga ogaba na million ya president n'agenda n'asindika group ng'emiti gyonna mifu. Amasanyalaze gagundi abasajja Museveni n'abagamba are these idiots still breathing Ugandan air gundi akulonagano bakwata. Nja kuba akatambika kitutu aliyingira Kenya anti mugiso. Aliyingira Kenya. Aligenda wawe tangula gyalisula. $400 million. Kakati nalabye nankabirwa talking rubbish. Amasanyalaze. Raya was created purposely to spray masanyalaze. And Museveni steward alone of $400 million. Taking back Raya. Nibadde omuvuka yinginia Lutwama. Niba planning omutta. Ayihere puti Lutwama. Ne mutwale ewani. Eweri foot 3. Emmotoka yali emugoba ne yefuula ne bafa. Ekyo lyabwe ne ndi bamalamu. Lutwama kwe kufuna ku mirembe. Erifu 3. Yes.
Ebigambo byogeredde Kizza yagambye mwabavudde kuba nimwogera bwe muto mulikolera regime kuba down playing.
No, even if I'm working for the regime, these are political dynamics. No sensible person can engage with Museveni now. Museveni is in a very strong position now. He can afford to sucker anybody. Omukulembeze nga mmwe bamulinda ng'ebula emyezi 6 n'aleeta obukulu. Ministers were resigning en masse. There was an exodus from Kanu to other parties. But when you had calculated, that's why Raila said Kibaki Tosha, he was even away, was involved in an accident. Everybody is going to Kikuyu land, the Kikuyu Tycoonist Foundation. Everybody has known without them. But we have in Uganda the largest tribe that is more interested in clapping and cheering leaders, but they cannot sponsor their own candidate. You only end up undermining their own candidate. And once in the politics, if you cannot be a good hunter to hunt for your own meat, you must become a singer, a rapper, and an expert in saucepan cleaning. This is what they are doing. This is just tribe. Where do you find in Africa? In Africa, politics rotates around ethnicity. But you find the largest tribe. You see the Kikuyus. Everybody is going to the Kikuyus. Everybody is going to the Kikuyu Foundation. They hold the key.
Politics of identity. Museveni Yes, Africa.
Nti politics we Kenya aliko tribal kingpins wano abantu bano bagala kwekolera emirimu gyabwe. In fact, ekyakubya Museveni nabawulidde bagamba, but Nopo does not want, cannot support Muhoozi. If you say that a witch doctor cannot support a cardinal, then he's working. Why should a cardinal expect support from which doctor? Tekisoboka. Kakati atenga yoli agamba mbuye basobola. Ekitegeeza gwe molo. But what type of brain do these people carry in their skulls? Would they expect the opposition to support him?
No.
Muhoozi is not a citizen of Uganda. Let us look at the interpretation of the Constitution. All Ugandans fled in exile, prominent ones. This is transferred from America. The Constitution, if you have judges, proper judges, they can see what was the intention. The intention, this in America is a country of migrants. That's why you say that must be born on the American soil, and they know. The Kissinger, Andrew Young, on Gundi Azanya films, Schwarzenegger, they were not born in America, therefore they cannot. But if all of us fled in exile, was the intention of this you are talking about? And what if it is it an entrenching provision or not? Kakati
nyini achogera mu kitabo kye
tetunagana anti kyenkubulira what was the intention all of us, even those who had come from exile. Are you going to disqualify even Uganda? What was the intention? We look what the intention of the Constitution.
What was the intention?
Yes, foreigners.
Not
when you look at our
Ugandans?
Constitution, that they took away powers from the presidents. Because they were not a political scientists. Kanyamba was not a political scientist. Kanyamba is an admiral of American system. The question of vetting, abawunya bonna abawunya basooka ne bagoba awunya abanukanga amalwa toilet basooka ne bamugoba n'akomawo. Waliwo omulamuzi alina ruling nti vetting in Uganda must stop on academic papers. Was it the intention of the framers? Bakuba bwobulaba ntya ate na history yaabwe nti abantu tebalimbibwa olina ke weekoledde londa Museveni ate okomawo ky'omuvuganya. You have committed yourself unless you say that the Museveni I was talking about to you the other day has changed to zero term limits. You cannot reinstate term limits under the same Museveni. Because there were term limits, you said no. Then when you bring term limits, you must explain that we changed the term limits because we wanted to accord this man unlimited time because of the background and his role in the liberation of the country. Now that he is retiring, we are not sure that even the other wound and the future presidents should enjoy the same. Nete mukera kumacha azifu kyaliwo luline mwogera ki ngambe bajjira ngengalabi zidduka kubanga boga loweza mugumu
karukeneko mukumu
babazi yagamba. You see, good leaders are very rare. They are rare species. They are not easy to get. That's why I support tomorrow you come and support the same man you praise who will believe in you, gentlemen.
Tukeneko mu kazo tugenda tukomo naye nga mutege batuwawo mu ekibuzo agenda kwatunyumira Muzeyita Malenti nalabyeko abantu ababadde mu kibiina kya kwesha group yatongozebwa omufukiza kiza Besigye mulimu abantu abaali eri NUP abasinga abadafuna ticket abadafuna ki bazibwaniza NUP obazibwaniza
tulina lichozi n'omulambo bagunaaza ngategulaga mu ttaka osanga omusajja atalina ngatona siripa ate n'akuuta ekigere ate oluva mu bbaafu n'alinnya mu ttaka oyo anoonya sente.
Kale katudde
STV, select for fun.
I got my peaches out in Georgia.
Self-medication is always very dangerous because we take advice from people who are not technically knowledgeable. If you pick the concoction from a social media platform, when you get side effects, who's going to handle them? We should leave medical matters to the medical personnel. It's only a healthy population that can produce wealth. And if you want to work for your well-being, you must care about your health first.
Protect yourself from COVID-19 by washing your hands with soap, wearing your mask, keeping your distance, getting vaccinated, avoiding crowds, staying at home, and avoiding shaking hands and hugging.
In the land when it comes to youth entertainment.
From Chelsea.
The Heroes in Health Awards once again present you an opportunity to celebrate your heroes in the health sector across Uganda under the theme Protect, Invest, Together. Do you know an organization, innovation, or individual whom you admire for their professionalism, sacrifice, and impact in your community? Do they go above and beyond ordinary call of their duty? Let Uganda know about your hero. To nominate, visit www.hereawards.com. Nominations are open until the 1st of October 2021. The Heroes in Health Awards 2021 are brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with Extraordinary Media with support from National Medical Stores, World Health Organization, and
STV Select for Fun.
Steve bana muli bangi nnyo abasaluni joro mutumbudde awo mbebaza okuba nti nno mutadde kira nga mutugobera ne Muzeeyi Tamale Mirundi na buli naye kumide Quest TV mwebaza okuba nti nno kuwaligwa yagala okuba nti onyirira era saluni joro nzija oluva neeno saasobodde okuba nti mpitawo naye nzija munkoleko kubanga nina okubanga ntuna bulungi nagala okuba nti olabika bulungi kalevo kanyirira egenda kawe makinde benga bakolako tugenda batulira ensonga okuba nti nno Muzeeyi Tamale Deputy Chief Justice John Butera, before we go to issue Gemane Mbade akantu njatu tukajionako yagivune nagamba nti bonga judiciary bali ready okuba nti ba implementing singa amendment yeno parliament yisa echabeiro okuvaawo bo ready okuba bakiteka mu nkola nga judiciary abantu bayogedde bikankana
kankubuulire the problem you have failed to understand this TS is changing nabagamba nti mu Britain the man who changed the laws was blanket a blind man. Mugundi mu America, Bush introducing tough measures after the attack on Twin Towers. Otherwise, previously, Bush was forced to put prisoners in Eastern Europe. Ngababateka kutaka lya America. Babata. Akati the argument, nabagamba, the law is a blind kid. It doesn't know its parents. Namweli bakwatirayo. Okujja ko nga musipesify. My quarrel is if people can fabricate a tape against me. This is why, because I hate the law, I don't commit crimes.
Okay. We wala kubanti nogwa mu
kakati nga kaka amaze okubuulira nti ayina cases abattanga bakawesa baani ng'ate bakuteyo abatali batuufu.
Bwekiri.
Yes. Kakati is it an ideal situation for such a law?
Okubandi teka lino lijja.
Yes.
Koma nyine ogambe police tayina kutimasa.
Expeditiously, why should I be held on? Kubanga tuba tuzeeyo. The Museveni is avoiding detention orders as Robert. Gundi Hirunda yatambulanga ne detention orders. Nabaga nti wanudde Muganda Ubute kazini we yakuba Semaganda yali good wa Kampala. There. Yavanga ejjinja gye yali nga kansala wa Kampala balondanga balonde n'asaba ssente nga kansala tetodde n'amukuba oluyi tewali ssente namugamba mwe n'Abaganda temwagala Obote Semaganda n'abuulira Muwanga ti agaye n'Abaganda tetwagala Obote mwenye neegundi yakyogera Baziryokero ti mwe Abaganda muli endogoyi etambula na Mikko kati ne bambuuza ti ne Miriam Mukobote Endogoyi ne Paulo Muwanga Ndogoyi ne Kardinali Ndogoyi ne Mulumba Ndogoyi. Yes. Kati gundi oyo Semaganda naye Obote yagamba Muganda yaddukira mu State House nti okoze eki timwanga yakunoonya amagezi genkuwa kankuwa emmotoka ekudduse mangu ogende e Luzira nga lwoja nabone Muwanga ajja kujjawo
agende e Luzira.
Abantu babeeranga e Luzira nga ba Rogers for fear.
Okay.
Yes. Kakati we must understand Timyai can look what the president is frustrations. Abalamuzi ne police bali badde begattawamu to convict a criminal. Naye kakati zinagambye if I was a smart guy nange musajja wa part of Africa yali agenda kunkwata yatuma abantu ngeyo kesa manyingi kolaki njimanyi kati bwe kibakola bali bwe bati tigwe kasaba kola omusanga abo ba Asians abachina balina ba front siwano mu police roddawa what they do bo kati go bwogenda you this man was approached by this girl.
Okay.
Kabafunzaki believed to by helping the two to reconcile ajja kufuna yakaki because the other guy was smarter because the moment I arrest you for extorting money this case the original case dies. Chechani bakafunzaki.
Okay.
Nti bakafunzaki lekene if bakafunzaki was interested in a bribe why didn't he go to Africa? Why did he get into a hotel? Why didn't he tell this man that you take the money to my home? Yes. Bebakola how this is how they kill cases. That when you become an extortionist and it goes away with the earlier case of assault. What happened when you bribe? When this man Kabafunzeki is arrested for extorting a bribe, how did this case end? This case was Kabafunzeki a witness?
No.
Why was the police? Why didn't the police proceed? No gamba. The omuntu gwe batwalira omutwe speaker w'eggwanga omulamba. The case did not proceed. No gamba nti omwana gwe bakwata enansana ng'aluwalinga abawala into a trap bakwatira mu nnyumba ye 10 billion. The case is silent. Ekitegeeza eyo situation sigikkiriza nti batubuuza buli batusoma public relations batubuuza what influences public perception. What is influences public perception? Past experience, your peers, the type of family you grow up. Somebody was saying nti I'm a pauper. How can this poor man defeat me? I have factories, I have industries. He is struggling to feed his children. Yes, according to the Bible, I have to struggle to feed my family. Yes. And that's why God has blessed me. In spite of my meager resources, I've produced doctors. I don't know whether your family has ever produced a medical doctor. I've produced lawyers. I don't know whether your family can produce lawyers with all the resources you have, the industries. And the man told him two issues that are stuck in my mind. Yours, I'm sorry to tell you, yours is privileged wealth. This man struggles. 2, the man has massive support. Even if you divide that money into this man, you cannot, the man has an asset. You cannot defeat him. Kakati ebyo malisi. If me, singa tibamanyi nti dinerifu 3 nkusuula eddalu singa banerenga mudda. I would be in a prison. If I play tapes, ngabaga tumutte, noyo lutwama, tumutte, tukole tutya, tumusibeko gundi, tumutekeko mundu, tumukole tutya. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow this provision in a country where the majority of people who are facing who are in prison are innocent. President atekewo akakiiko ababuuzi. I told you. Nti gundi Kazinda izike bakafunzeki?
Kabafunzeki?
Yes. Kazinda was being used to fight Bigirimana. And Bigirimana was being fought because they believed that Bigirimana was protecting the first lady.
Okay.
That's why Kazinda defied all orders from Bigirimana and they use kano akasajja akwali mu nyumba akesirongo kakeka kuba Bigirimana. All of the newspapers were mobilized against Bigirimana nga gwe baagala aveemu. Yes, in fact, we should have the president should, before moves with this bill denial. The president should institute a committee. I don't trust this Human Rights Commission. No. Yagoba mujawe naduka. Gigi's office. Mulimu Kamyaye candidate is being undermined. They planted somebody there. I'm undermining. Okumanya bajozi. Oyo ko bateekamu yagenda wabaddemu deputy Gigi. Can you train me how to work? Nalikubiyo n'omutwe okukujoga kumanyira ako kamanyiro. Ekifo kyange bakikuwadde ng'ojje wange nti Doni yali asobola okujja ewange. The fact that I've been chased away is because I am incapable.
I'm incapable of
and how can a madman be transferred to president's office? I can give Mirundi nje kwata omutwe gwe kalenzi gwe. Nze nalaga wange kwetuulira kubanga nze I don't have secretaries in Gun. So therefore, let us address the president's concerns. Olunaku lumu President Museveni yakwata ebbaluwa nga permanent secretary asaba enguzi. Ndiye yennyini n'agyekwata, but the man was acquitted by the court.
President Museveni akutte ye mwennyini omusango.
Yes.
Court nekola ki?
Yes. So it should be two where you see the judge granting bail to somebody, he has perused through the police file. Yes. So you must investigate. The president has created this trouble. When one institution fails to work, Museveni replaces it with another. It is Saidi director Aklu would have been sacked long time ago. But Museveni created military intelligence. Military intelligence abadamulira. Siba experts
okay.
Saka this woman.
What you say? Nti
when Mulyagonja failed to work as a EGOBBA because she was in the army pit over to Mwebas and others. Obutambi mu abantu babakubeba batte mutunda amugwe g'abantu. Nze nabayamba mu ekintu ekyo. I cannot surrender Uganda to the ICC. They even threatened me with a travel ban because the case Erikunzi is on me. Okay. And in fact, I'm seeing trouble in Uganda at the international airport. I think the president wanted to take there somebody they're fighting. Even the security at the international airport, let me tell you, is under investigation by ICC. Why? It's all about abantu abatalina biwandiiko babayisa wano Entebbe ne babayisawo ne bagenda abatali bagenda they are in prisons. Nebo babadde obana mu abantu bembadde tebukimanyi mu abasecurity abaliwo you are under investigation.
Okay.
Entebbe airport has been a hub enjaka biki ne babakwata ne bamuje omanyi nti nze Otafiire yanzijira omusajja ku nnyonyi. Omusajja yali mu hoteri ng'akola kakati n'abavaawo aba hoteri n'atandika waka agundi expert ne baagala bamugyewa. Otafiire yabaga nti I'm 00. But the man is already on board. Who told you to take him on board? Nga yagenze mu kooti n'awaaba omusango gwe olwo kugenda okuwulirwa nga bamugyewa. Offload him. That's why I like people like Otafiire. Offload him. Bamugya ku nnyonyi. Nga babaguze bamudduse wano bamutwale kubanga bano batya competition. So under such circumstances
issue ngeya onebe onogabaga mukyala gwesula musi
onebe kati bakugamba has lost his job. Onebe, let me tell you, your people, if you are exhuming negate mujibula so that the public can come and witness. Two, forensic expert alirudo to confirm waliwo ge baga nti amagumba gambwa Kasirye yayina muganda we omukozi n'agamba ompaka sintwazekawo omuntu. When the bones were exhumed, the expert said gambwa. This is the second case.
Yes.
Ekyokusatu nti omukazi ono balina company ya security nga bagagga.
Yes.
Who has revived this case? kati ebyo malisi you read my book
kati eteeka mu mbeere
olaba nti when you read my book Vomits of a Master Spy even the van eyamotoka gye baakuba ne mufiiramu ne special forces it was an inside job ne survivor bwali nti bali bagala kubba insurance kakati in such a situation where marriage is the order of the day nti okutta omukazi nasali atalina mwana akoledde emyaka 7 mu education niye afunye omulimu gwe mu UNESCO n'omuvunaana nti ye n'abantu 3 babba obukadde 35 will see others omusango ne gumala emyaka erifutatu naye omanye ku bakristians nasali omuganti nkakusuulira eddalu tugende bakasuulira eddalu takkiriza where do you fear to kill people
mukama asasula
where do we kill snakes
etteeka linene lya bbeeyi okuva terigenda
ngezaako nkuyingize
etteeka
ayukati kyembabuuza mwe mwagala abaana bammwe babeere bulungi mwe muli mmese mwe muli kapa erya nemmese ey'olubuto. The man is killing our political careers. Yes. What did you do to me? A calabash of beer is compensated by a calabash of beer. You attacked me, you poisoned me, you battered my son, you wanted to kill my wife? Yes. Let us pay. You are paying through the nose. Next time nakali matali yerega. Hajja genda ejanga ntali baka twako n'ennyondo. Yaka munana ndi wange ntudde batiwa feeling atabaganda baganti the last blow. Kakati mmwe atuyemba dusa misinde with evidence muduka butusi mutuseko ne makomera. Mukomewo ogwokubiri tuyingire ka bully face mbalageko. Mulabe lunatics. Mulaba omugweddalu ali ekamwenge. Elyokugalanga wo programu zange ndi mumalemu mukamulenga ebyenda by'embuzi. Currently is under malice. Under malice, I cannot allow President Mumuyambe. Let the president look what the president want to achieve. One more problem don't abuse him. The Bijambia people has been there. A leader must provide the solution. Never going to Baganda. Mwana bwabaye basebubi mpango gumuntu omukulu we basebubi olubalo ne lukyuka there is no medicine never di akaso mbo olukonokono left handed person nakakuteekamu ensite yinza kubeerawo nga teyina solution.
Yes.
What does the president want to achieve? Does he want to achieve to lock up his political opponents?
That is
does Museveni believe in locking up their in fact Besigye was getting bail.
Opposition is saying
no. Did you see is reverse psychology, deception. They have told you, Besigye, if we want to address the city center area of Tubiramu. There was a time when the first lady wanted to organize a local meeting on Constitution Square. Constitution Square, this is the law. The first lady did not pursue the matter.
Yeah.
Kakati, if the first lady cannot pursue the matter, who are you? Nti Besigye abata yagala kuba nkungana. Besigye yagala flop. Why? Besigye targets working places. Why? To disturb the workers. If the government fails to handle Besigye mercilessly, then the mass will join the Besigye. Bajeko government inafu.
Okay.
Kenda bagamba. Nti if you have a crying baby kumizigo, nga tate weta mugulira mata mwevemo omwakwa n'omukazi agula amata mwebaka oli locate. That is a strategy of Besigye. Besigye targets working places because as known yajjanga sawa musanvu nayiwe mmere bagenda kujula mmere era ajja kufa wayirindi baganda don't throw away kukuti food is a taboo tukwagota kimubuuliranga kubanga omukazi omutunzi w'emmere akeera ku makya n'agenda nakasero oba any other market neyewolayo ennyama kiro 10 neyewolayo engege neyewolayo ebinyeebwa neyewolayo amatooke ebyo byonna bimulaba bafumba ono credit kakati ono credit n'atunda era obalaba babala
asasula kawungeezi bwekiri
kakati Besigye when Besigye comes at lunch time you don't know, you don't look at it seriously. He's killing all of the suppliers of this woman. He's undermining their livelihood, which means he must be tackled mercilessly. Abantu batambulira enkoni zaabwe mu working places. If you want to demonstrate, call a press conference at your home.
Wow.
Yes.
Mzee Tamale, ngatuka ensonga tugimaliriza omukulu Lieutenant General adumira Land Forces wano mu Uganda omuhozi kana EGOBBA yavudde n'agamba nti yagenda kubasula ottawolo singa embere y'abasajja bakulembera tekyusa yavayo n'abanga yasaba akasente kali okasuba katukiza mu binga 20 badatereza embere y'abasajja be abali mabarikisa agenjawulo ng'ebbombo nawa naye nga mutuufu ensimbi agamba embu yaawo waliwo abaganya ensimbi zino okuvaayo naye agamba singa ensimbi zibeere tekolebwako wakusula ottawolo
it is a sign of stability.
Baneka twakifunyibwa tugamba nti osanga yetegetekera kireeri ekya president kave mu magye.
It is a sign of stability. Why and concern? Why? When they were discussing the removal of the 10 soldiers representatives in the parliament, munyimwete mukimanyi ti amagye 10 oba teyagaleeta. Let the soldiers watch. Kati nze nabagamba nti is a very dangerous double-edged sword. That the soldiers will come and witness nga balaba ababbi ne bakola ki abaganda bagamba nti nkwatirwako bufuuka bumbo. When I come to help you, am I becoming a mumbo olo munyambe?
No.
Kakati oyita ojjako baali bagenda okujjawo ababaka 10 abaali mu magye nga bakyoli batandise okusaba olutalo. Even their contribution is not clear because our army is composed of very brilliant people.
Okay.
Very brilliant people. What they need is the managerial skills. Tibasobola okukola emirimu gyonna. These ones who are retiring with master's degrees in law would be participating in the politics. This would be the other disease. Abafera batunda ettaka ly'abantu. We take it there. Tanzania, when you retire from the army, you were used as a disease. In Kenya, management. Tiuno, about the Inspector General of Police, Ali is the Post Office General. Chibwana was in Uganda. They are absorbed because of the management. They are trying,
basindikiza abantu bampaka bagende begemese naye omwogezi wa minisitule yabudde naganti okwegemesa bannaye sikwabuwaze kyakuga ne baradisi bafuse baradisi bagana mu ofisi za bagana muki
singanzire wako omukazi naŋŋamba nti emmere yo gyegirya mpaka sigirya
era tusibagirya baradisi bateekawo embeera nti mpakaka basomesa obulungi begemese
bring persuasion. And the problem is until the institutions with what some public wound must come to change the society. You use people who matter in society, who have influence. Kati abawa no bonna bannamatagalo. But they have made contradicting statements abantu ne badduka. Go wagira kino, go wabba wano, go wabba ki ne church nayo ne gamba nti ate eno church house ngate si yabwe ya minister ne batagala ne bafuuka bannamatagalo. Kakati all of the people, the person who can persuade Uganda is Museveni. I'm telling you. And a few of us who have credibility, but abantu bali ba mirundi ebiri. Kakati bano bannamatagalo ate be bawa ssente bamatagalo bannamatagalo contradicting statements weyogera kino ne kitabaayo nkyano yogera kino kati mbadde gamba ti oyita bwe baali bateesa okujja amagye 10 mu parliament yabagamba yayimirira n'agamba Mr. Speaker, sir, if this motion is passed as it is, I'm afraid tomorrow you will not be sitting in the same seats you are sitting now. Uyito joko yatulanga kusaidia DP.
Nga munnamagye?
Uyito joko nze natandika okuwandiika parliament in 1980.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not a very old man, but my brain works.
The brain?
Brain works. I've been around for many years and very influential. Nali mukwano kwa semwogerere nnyo. Omanye nange bannimba. Banga nti Museveni agambye nti genda wagire semwogerere ayagala kuwummula.
N'omwagira
nekube ekisanja okimalawo yamala kumpita nti wayi ekisanja ngokiri nimuga nti ate nkikube kyobola bona ntya yabagenda emirundi mumanyi yakuba mbabazi n'amuteeka dakuba Besigye n'amuteeka nono namumazi bw'aba ludu yafulumye ali muhongo. How can you defy your father-in-law? If you defy him now when he is in charge nga yeyambisa force, you are telling him that the moment you take a charge of the force he is using to compare you to do things, you must prepare a cell in Rosina. Kakati gwe tosobola kusika. Yakubiddwa kati akake kaludo kafulumye eddaka limu home.
Ni wamusonyiwa.
Nga neseetesa nga badde aziremedde.
Kale tudde ku
kakati nkugamba nti what the military oyo mukitegeera look what this matter seriously.
Yes, yaje no muhozo kwati afune nagamba abasajja be bali mu mbeera.
You read, you have a highly educated military. They read in newspapers scandals, billions stolen, 100 billion stolen, 50 billion stolen. Abaana baabwe bababooza mumwalwanira ki? Publishing scandals ife Abaganda batugamba nti tuwekisiza akira tunamumma. My father trained me. When there is no food, naye taliyanga waliwo abagenyi. Is a kemi. Gwoga nti bandeetere emmere mulimu abasajja seba abagumu. Akugamba n'akwata ayabe ronde nawereka banaakuleetera endala nze mugenyi. Bw'otaba mukambwe ngaffe. Omanya abantu bano tebalina olugezigezi. Basooka kukyusa kigambo ne kifuuka tukiyita tutya euphuism. Ngoba mu kibuga nze nakolese mbwagala sente ngoba mu kibuga ayogera diplomatically ngoba mu kibuga
oyagala transport
ngobe mu kibuga nze nakolese kakati bwagera otumiza emmere yo n'alyoka agamba wamaleeta endala eyange kyojja ujisasula you pay ate gwe wamanyiza nkumanyiizaawo so abantu bano balina engeri gye banyigirizaamu abaki abalala mu lugezigezi. These soldiers are highly educated. Abajaasi babagumiikiriza mama yingia pole. I'm not inciting.
Yes.
When you compare the police and the soldiers, police balina amayumba akatengeenya. Yes, there was a time ndi nabeeranga mukundi omu nti bajja aba special forces bagende bakuume Musisi. Naye nga ssente Musisi zaabasasula abakuuma Museveni tebazina and the facilities. Everywhere mu nsi yonna amagye kabeera ne Philippines kakati baliwo tebabakolera babawola tebagenda mu gundi ne babawola. It's not inciting. But stop kubamba gamba nti when a mad woman walks naked ngalowooza nti the stage will chase away other men. No, she will be raped by fellow mad people. Kakati bwe mugamba nti mujja kuba mu mawulire nti $400 million nankabiwaduka kitutu batwala kalamu gye yazibbye bano abazibba ababiri bo basigaddewo tebakwati kati nankabirwambu atutte ate naye ze yasanzewo yaziyoddewo nadduka. They are watching.
When you look at the budget eyeggwanga Uganda sente zigenda mu defense nyingi nnyo nende abasajja tebafuna ku sente.
Nkugambye mu defense emundu egula sente mmeka ne bagamba nti ebintu ebimu tebiri calculatable. Eyo ennyonyi gyolaba gyebonga bineekola bwete kuga nti omuserikale alya kawunga nabijanjala agibonga. Maintaining those wound. Tanka enywa amafuta meka okubuguma. Military, a state, you see, they tell us that leadership emerges at the surplus level.
Okay.
There was no kingdom in Saudi Arabia. The kingdom of Saudi Arabia started in 1933 after the discovery of oil. Leadership, a state survives at a surplus level when you can afford. Nti Muswati ayina abantu bameka naye ayina ennyonyi ye ayina batambula nabo mu conferences abalanya loko Muswati loko Muswati loko ate nga bo bambadde bukete ennyonyi ebeeramu abantu bowing because once you have a state operates at the surplus level. Naye tuyinza kati babbi nti yatwala sente zange ngende mufuka bisikukuba ennyondo omutwe oba ndi mwavu naye ate tuyinza kunjuuka. Omusajja yakugambye nti you have privileged goods wealth wakolawa do you own it? I know you know where do you own what do you own where do you own and if you get a hostile regime and the subject your wealth that makes you proud you can end up without a spoon in your home.
Abanabaje bantu bavudde ne banga basanyuse okuba nti geno muhozi
baleeta abamaje bakamandas ne babawa enamba za mmotoka osanga ayina emmotoka geno ng'ataddeko gundi ye flag nga waliwo ssebe ery'omuliveni eribiri omu education agabba radio za Museveni agabba ki buli kamu lyo nga liri mu mpenkoni abaana b'owamaje ne bamuga daddi leeba ne bagenda ewaabwe ne balaba embaga obuwolo ni bubi obuwolo nimbwa obuwolo ni bubi obuwolo nimbwa obuwolo ni bubi. Abakikuyu bagambye abasajja abachikuyu bagambira Raila Odinga. There was a meeting between the Kikuyus and the Luos in the 70s. Kakati bakantinduza abakinyite banna bakutuuka. Bajjanga batambula, bajjira ku boda, bali mu kamunyi. Abachikuyu ne baganti bano betugenda okwogera nabo. Abatalina kanenga balina PhD. Bano abagendeeja abachikuyu babagambye. It is abominable in Kikuyu to tell a young man of poverty is abominable. Obwolo ni bubi, obwolo nimbwa, obwolo ni bubi, obwolo nimbwa. Kakati abasajja bali alina PhD. Agenda kulaba nga ekiri ku mpaka obwolo ni bubi, obwolo nimbwa yenyota ziri wa. Kakati kitawe namubuuza nti iwe ebyawe byakababita. Yes, we should listen to the army. The army, the soldiers. As you evacuate, as civilians evacuate, the soldiers pay for their own blood.
Mzee Tamale, eno move si yakubati no omugeno mozi yavude kubanje etekera kubanje ajambo kulembeze. Is it tayari kuva mu maje kutekezeka for presidency?
Yes, wait. We to situation evaluation.
Yeah.
Abagezi to situation evaluation. Waliwo abatamivu baali bana. Ne banywa mwenge Kenya baguyita changa. Ne badeyekanga batami ne basangibwa ku machanga abasatu bafu.
Okay.
Kakati munnaabwe owokuna ate yakeera we babunyweredde nagamba mpe kati bambeka bwe bamusanga ne bagamba you mad?
Mwanye dome kati woze
n'abagamba you were stupid. Me I'm not mad, you people you are mad. If we talk the same stuff and the three are dead, I'm alive. You investigate, it means when we left the other three went somewhere.
Why not buy it dead?
Olwatako bali bayita omutami but investigate yabawa magezi. Kakati whether is Muhozi is planning to do something or not. Naye abaganda bakugamba siri alaga mubiri. When somebody says he's starving, you can see.
Okay.
Yes, it's obvious. Our soldiers living well gone. Kubanga you would say, if it was not a fellow soldier, you would say incitement.
Yes.
But this one, you address what he's saying. Yes. Maybe others fear. Do you know why I attack others? The reason why I attack everybody, one one knowledge, so you cannot be mistaken. The way nobody was president, Omwana afana kitawe pamuteka ku DNA. Whatever I do it in a good faith.
Well, wakatanyika tugendeko mukabule katanyika tukomao tova wakati tuchatelize mkwano katanyika. Program the chapter from Tamale Mirundi, Mzee Tamale.
Yes.
Songe jatu jimalilize yoko banti no amama mbabasi.
No, nebu abatategera wawendi.
Tebakulaba.
No. Somebody, when somebody is interested in you, must know your program.
Okay.
Yes. Kagane ngogamba.
Amama mbabazi. Especially info yaingiri South Sudan and Ethiopia.
Amama mbabazi ayina ebintu ebi. Bibiri. Is Amama, what's the role of Amama mbabazi now? Amama mbabazi analyze Amama mbabazi. Nebaga nti ajjago, he was bound to fail.
Okay.
Yali ayina okugwa why? Ti Amama mbabazi ye yakozesa sagiko. Tuandamaini Museveni wezeri. Nti bagende Museveni alemeddwa using his position as Secretary General.
Okay.
But he lacked the support of his wife. Besigye was brought by Winnie Benyama. Yes. When you read the making of Dr. Besigye, I analyze. This one I say that Mbabas will fail. We predicted. I said that nti gundi ni kasajja gwe
akasajja kaliki.
Kakati sijja kujira ddala oba tomanyi nti ndi ku TV sijja kujira ddala
akasajja kaliki.
These people you must why are you disparate? Kakati nkugamba why Mbabazi's presidential bid is bound to fail. I predicted it. Vula papantia. A critical look at an analysis of Mama Mbabazi's presidential bid reveals that his handlers, who included his wife and sister-in-law, Hope Besigye, and daughter, Nina Mbabazi, overlooked several factors. Successful politics to Mubala. tinkugambye the most important factor now is that whoever wants to be president of Uganda oba president ya Buchima wa Museveni
buyagala ko president
anybody who fell out with
Besigye anagenda wa Museveni
anybody who follows out with Museveni forget because Museveni is going to die here has known given time to evaluate all of the situations those who have handed the power to their former adversaries those who have gambled nebabajjako nebaleta mugundi those who have gambled and Museveni is the last one mubakulembeza ababaddeko so God has given him visions to evaluate when you son old man making a will ayingira sa business kitange namulabanga ayingira 12 that's why I say his will must be implemented why he got time yes he got time kakati Museveni abapolovokinze bukyali and embabazi era kati bano bali ewantu wamu that's why bali wamu nti bantawanyi naye buli omu agikubye wane simwane agikubye werope mbabuulidde erope bweyo disturb me erope omanyi bibeera wamu nga bitudde kandi negamba nti Mbabazi now is not coming. He has been recruited by one of the factions that are against Muhoozi.
No, but by the president. He has been recruited. No. The president,
there is a person who believes that the successor will be chosen in kati esimu eno jirume kati jirume nitu jirume
okay ngatu cyari ku tangiza muzeetu tuli ku nsonga yo kuba mama Mbabazi yaweddwa okubata kubera nga abeera
amama Mbabazi people they are a person who believes that the elders will sit and choose his success no the elders will not choose to choose oziraba esimu zifali
esimu zireka tumalize program okay tugende tugende kusonga Mbabazi yaweddwa
ane nkubulidde nkugamba
why is not Ethiopia
nkugamba nti what I'm telling you tachina political crowd yamutwalayo
it's done Ethiopia
yes Duli yali alina power power naja abusing n'agenda he cannot hold the same political crowd he has nabali bategeera omanyi mu kyemutamanyi ku foreign missions the people understand if today me tell you singa vice president agenda kumukola e Rwanda necessary nabeera omugenyi omukulu e Rwanda di Rwanda lwetegeera nti muli serious so foreign missions this is why you make mistakes nti omukulembeze w'eggwanga ntunuulya omwaka wamu this is a former RDC umundetedde wano nti China gye mulowooza nti nsi y'amaanyi nnyo ndi mutwalayo ekiyonga atayagala nayo ng'ebirowoozo birika gye yeesimbewo
si kyangu nnyo
anti kyenkubuulira nti if in Libya all these Arab countries where leaders kings can be accessed during Jumas he will send there omukafiri who cannot enter Muslim a mosque oba ofunye eki yes kakati nenkubira negamba nti kani mama Mbabazi regain his former political crowd is not
sigenda kubanga nsukka otugenda kuba mberekeza kuwembeera y'okuba nti nno tufunye mutataganyiziwa naye mbadde balungi mwekumire Quest TV gy'otuddamu okutusinga ku lunaku olwokubiri oba ne ku Sunday program embuga gwe nayagala okuba nti ensonga okuba nti ekonebwako Mzee Tamale Mirundi tukubireko program embuga okubanga tukola ku nsonga eyo mukama bankumi tova Quest TV majoli nabulime nseka yali nsekala
abadde bakubanga bagati batulaba yes